Hello, and do your DVD walkthrough on your new Fuzion here. Start up here at the front. We have two 30-pound propane tanks. They're both full. We have a regulator here in the back. And you may or may not be familiar with these. The green dot is pointing to the tank it's drawing from. When that one runs dry, this indicator in the window turns from green to red, automatically draws from the second tank. But if you leave them both on, you don't know you run out of propane until you're totally out. So it's a good idea to turn the tank off that it's not pointing to. Then when your appliances don't work, then you know you have a tank that needs to be changed. If you leave them both on, you don't know until you're totally out of propane. 12-volt battery down here. It's a deep cycle maintenance type battery. Check the cells about every 4 to 6 weeks. Top them off preferably with distilled water if need be. Battery recharges once plugged into your vehicle or into shore power. This unit comes equipped with a generator. Can be started from inside or outside. Prime it that way. Starts over here, this side. You'll find manuals inside that covers this in more detail. And we'll close it up here. Stabilizer jacks underneath, made to keep her from rocking side to side, not made to jack the unit up or down with. There's a crank comes with it to crank these up with. If you got a cordless drill and an adapter, those will work a lot easier for you. Also, there's a threaded rod that drives these up and down. If you hit that with some dry lube a couple times a year, that thing will work a lot easier, last longer. Don't use anything oil, grease, or lithium on the outside. It will track dirt and come up the works. Sewer connection is underneath here. 10-foot line comes with the unit, stored in the bumper. You have a black tank and a gray tank here. Your black tank is a large diameter line, and it's this pool right here. Gray tank is the smaller one. When you dump your black tank, it's a good idea to have 2/3 showing on the gauge, so there's enough liquid to flush out the solids. If not, just add more water through the commode until it comes up. After you dump your black, pull the gray, that'll rinse the line out. Comes with an exterior shower. There's an adapter you can plug in here, just a coiled hose with a garden hose thing on the end. City water connection for your campground's water supply. You need to get a pressure regulator if you do not already have one. Regulate the pressure going into here. Also, it's a good idea to get a 90-degree elbow, so you come out and down, your hose comes down, lays across the ground instead of coming out and kinking on you. Water heater runs on gas or electric. To run it on electric, you pull this pin right here, turn that toggle switch on. Do not turn it on unless you have water in the water heater. There is a secondary switch inside, but this switch must be turned on for it to run on electric. For propane, you just flip the switch inside, it's self-igniting. Has been de-winterized. Your water heater is full. Your freshwater tank is full. Cable inputs, if campground has cable or satellite, they input here. Freshwater connection to fill your freshwater tank. Set your hose in there, turn it on, watch the gauge inside. We'll show you where that is when we go in. If water comes out the fill or out the vent, you've overfilled the tank. You want to try to avoid doing that. Again, when the gauge shows full, stop filling this. If you overfill a tank, you can damage the tank or the supports that hold it into place. Power supply comes with a 30-amp cord. You're going to get an adapter in your startup kit to plug this in the normal 15-amp home outlet. Do not run the air conditioner unless you're plugged into 30-amp service. Again, no AC unless you're plugged into 30 amps. If you turn the air conditioner on and you're not plugged into 30 amps, you're plugged into 15, you're going to pop your breaker or damage your wiring. Very important. Tire pressure 65 pounds, always check them cold. Aluminum wheels, torque on these 110 to 120. It's a good idea, you want to check these before the beginning of each trip. There's your 10-foot sewer line that comes with the unit stored in here. I was mistaken, doesn't have a back pump, it's in here. Fuel line for your toys. gas tank here. This is the gas tank for your generator and for your toy tank. And here is your fuel pump on and off. Pretty self-explanatory there. Make sure you pay attention to the danger placard there. Garage door to open this. Pull these, release them 180 degrees. And just pull this down. This is spring loaded, so it's relatively easy to run back up. I won't bring it all the way down, but see how it unlatches. Just rotate these back around, pull back down. It's your back side of your refrigerator. This vent line here, you want to make sure this is always outside. That's the drain line from your fridge, drip line. There's a little cap in the end of here. It has holes in it to allow the water to escape, but small enough so that bugs won't get up in there. If you lose the cap, it's a good idea to replace it. Again, keep bugs from flying up inside of there. Furnace intake and exhaust, this gets pretty warm when it's running, so you don't want to put anything near here. It can be affected by heat. There is a bug screen made to go over the top of these. You can get them most any RV place. Very strongly suggest that you do cover it, because wasps, bees, mice tend to like to get inside of there and make a nest. Usually they hook on with a couple spring clips behind there. 110 volt outlets, they're all GFI. They ground fault, they reset from a central one inside. If you bring a TV out, you can plug your TV in, hook the cable up here. Past your storage compartment, the generator's on the other side, your transfer switch over there. Front stabilizer. Pretty much it for there. The awning is powered. We'll show you how that operates here in a little bit. Roof maintenance. You want to get up on top of here at least twice a year. You're going to see like a putty-like substance wherever there's a seam or a seal or a vent or something comes through the roof. Unmistakable, you know it when you see it. You're looking for anything that looks like a crack or a gap or a split that could let water in. If you see anything that you suspect could, you want to treat it. Take yourself a good cleaner, any household cleaner, clean the area good, get it clean and dry. You take the Dicor product, put it in a caulking tube, applies just like caulk, and you squirt it out of the tube. It self-levels. On a warm day, it'll level very easily. You can spread a bead out like you're caulking a tub or brush it out however you want to apply it. Just make sure you treat the area that you think may be a problem or could be a leak. Very important that you do not use anything silicone on the roof. Dicor only. Silicone will affect the rubber, will eat through the rubber, and will void your warranty. Also, it's a good idea to get up on top of this a couple times a year also and treat this with a wash and a UV protectorant. That'll help to prolong the life of the roof. There's several different products available. You just want to make sure it says UV blocker, UV protectorant. Normally the way that works, you take a hose, you hose off the loose dirt. You mix a product with water, apply it with a mop, and then you hose it off and you're done. It's a one-step product. Pretty much covers the outside. We'll go inside now and take a look inside.